All right, welcome back to Small Guys Podcast. Today we're talking The Boys, season 3. It's me, Aiden, and Brian. We're
Yes,
gonna get heavy
sir.
into spoilers. Uh, Aiden, I was telling Brian this earlier, but I think it's really funny because this episode we're doing The Boys, season 3, and Minions, and we're going from superhero orgies to a kids movie. So
Gosh.
All
really
about
looking
that
forward to it.
diversity and small
Well, I'm
guys
not. I'm not
podcast,
associated
baby.
in the Minions movie, but
Yeah, they
I
kicked
wish
me
I
out. I
wish I
was
was
in
a
there
part of
full
that.
suit, bro, and they kicked me out of there.
I would have known that. I would have painted myself yellow.
And showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, let's kick it off with season 3, man.
Yeah, did you like
I
it or
mean,
what?
oh, dude. Honestly, I mean, people. Everyone has their favorite show. This is like literally top tier show ever.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not a lot of people watch it too, Like, I mean, it doesn't have as big of an audience as, Marvel and Disney shows and all that, or even Yellowstone's like a good boomer show that all our parents like to watch. But I mean, dude, it's mint. Literally nothing you can even say that's wrong with the boys. I think it's
Yeah.
entertaining. There were so many different subplots in this season alone, which I feel like there were some in first and the second season, but 3, man, just tied them all together perfectly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
Get
think
better
this
than
is the
that.
best. I think this is the best season yet. I think it gets better every season.
100%. I can't even imagine what season 4 is going to be like. And I guess,
Yeah.
I mean, I spoiler alert, off rip.
Yeah.
Butcher's only got what, a year to live?
Yeah.
Year to
So, I
18
mean,
months.
Year and a half.
yeah. So, I mean, that's
I don't know how many
insane.
seasons that is.
So, they're thinking it's like 2.
Yeah.
And I guess I was reading a little bit about it. I haven't read any of the comics. I would like to, I should probably get my hands on those, but I guess he can either go off the rails, take permanent V and stay alive for like many seasons to go, or he can just keep doing temp. I mean, I don't know about temp because it might kill him
It's like
quicker
melting
than,
his brain or
but
whatever.
he might just be like the mastermind of everything. They're saying that he could be the overall villain for the boys from like the season after this one and the finale,
Yeah.
No, that would be
which would be
fucking nuts if Butcher
insane because
became the villain in the
that's
end,
what they're
bro.
saying though. Because I mean, he already is like his arc is definitely going down. It's taking a turn.
Yeah, I mean the
Like I
guy's
mean,
like already a villain, like,
oh
the
yeah,
way he treats Huey, like his brother, is
hmm
like, okay, that's sweet. But like besides that, if that wasn't even an arc, he'd be
Yep.
probably
And
worse.
we got a lot of Butcher backstory as well as Mother's Milk
Mhm.
this season, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Um, I guess I could ask you guys, how do you feel about Black Noir dying?
Yeah.
Fucked.
That was
They hyped him
that
up so much
was
this season, man.
that
But
was so fucking stupid on Homelander's part because it's just that the whole arc of everything that happened there, and honestly, fucking spoiler alert, it's coming. The whole idea of Homelander finding out Soldier Boy could be his fucking dad
mhm.
Yeah.
is like crazy.
Oh, that
And
was the biggest
then-
plot twist right there.
Yeah, but after finding that out and seeing how Noir handled it, how Noir dipped the fuck out the second Soldier Boy's name even came back as the possibility that he was alive, because he knew that he fucked up and he knew that this was coming. But for him to come back and be on Homelander's side, and Homelander to be such a pussy to kill him because, oh, he didn't tell me that I had a dad. Dude, fuck off. Like, he was clearly doing him a favor. Because even in that monologue when Soldier Boy meets Homelander, just goes, wow, I wish I was there because you wouldn't be such a pussy, attention starving person, like, at all.
Yeah.
And that, I think that's just proof, like, right there, that Soldier Boy wasn't good and Noir was right to keep that a fucking secret. Because even though Homelander is a piece of shit, Homelander was good to like Noir and Maeve before like everything has happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like it so I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the Boys Diabolical, the animated show,
hmm
it's supposed to like tie into this universe, and there is an episode where it's got like a younger Homelander, but he's still like an adult, but it's him starting off, and he looks up to Noir a lot.
Yep.
Like so
Well,
it's
Noir was there before
yeah.
Homelander, obviously.
In the payback team. So
Yep.
so
Well, he's like the
Homelander always
oldest
looked up to
person.
him. Yeah, so you could tell it was hard for him to do that, to kill him. Whereas like the Deep or any of them, if he were to kill them, he would fucking have a huge ass smile on his face.
Yeah.
So
I think the
yeah.
Deep's one of the worst characters.
I fucking hate the Deep.
He's so
that
bad,
guy
dude.
is casted so well now. If he
Yeah.
ever shows up in anything, I'm like, fuck you.
No, I
Everything
think it's
you
just,
stand
but I mean
for.
that's bad writing on their part. Like, I mean, obviously they're probably gonna make up for it next season.
Well, see, that's
Like,
the thing, though. I think it's actually really good writing the way that they treat him.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they treat him
Like
like
I
shit,
think
and
it's
especially
great,
his
and I think
girlfriend
it's
was
actually
like,
such good writing. Like I said, that if he shows up anything else, I'm like, fuck you, I hate you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then that's the other thing is that remember he was in bed like eating, and his girlfriend was on like Oprah or whatever,
Yep.
like bashing him. So I mean,
Hmm.
he could turn it for the worse. And they were saying that I don't know. I was like reading something, and they were saying that the Deep could either die next season, which I'd be fine with, or he just goes opposite, like complete 180, and he just starts doing because they don't give him and A Train any like power scenes,
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
realistically, I mean,
Besides when
we get
A-Train
a decent
kills,
amount of A Train, but it's only
yeah,
when he's
when he
like
kills
he's not,
Black Hawk,
yeah, but he's not beating anyone's ass. He's just killing people,
Well, he couldn't though because of the heart
his
thing.
heart.
Well, yeah,
But
that was
now
the
that
one
he's got the
thing.
new heart, I'm
Yeah,
hoping
so
that
then they could go with
not
that. But I
only
mean,
will
even
we
the
get
Deep, like,
more,
what do we ever see the Deep? Nothing. We see him
nothing. He
fucking
drowned that
octopus, and
guy.
we see him drowning that guy.
But
Well,
that's the
that's the
whole
one.
that's the
That's
whole
the
joke
start
of him
for,
though.
yeah.
Is
And
that
he like tried to
he
stop him with the
sucks.
whales, and then they just crashed the boat right into him on
Yeah.
season 2.
What about when he crashes the car in season 1 trying to save the
Yeah, see
whale
the
and the whale
yeah, the
fucking
dolphin.
dies? Yeah,
Dolphin.
the dolphin.
Yeah, see, it's just like it's humor, which is
That shit's
it is good.
amazing.
Well, I know none of us have read the comics, but do you know about Noir in the comics?
Yep. So he's supposed to come back. Like they're saying that
Yeah.
he's not dead because I mean, dude, he literally got
Well, so
uh
what I saw
blade to his head.
is what they could do is because people in that universe, the fans of the Seven or whatever that go and see their movies and stuff, all these citizens, they can easily replace Noir next season by just having another person wear the suit because no one
Yep.
knows what his face looks like. But in the comics, just if anyone doesn't know, it's like Homelander's clone. So he's like an insurance policy. If Homelander goes too crazy, then Noir is Homelander's clone, and Homelander doesn't know about it. And that's the Noir's the only person that could take Homelander out, basically.
Yeah.
So I think they won't go that way, but I think next season they will have someone replace Noir in his suit. I think Noir will still be
See,
part of the team, and
it,
it'll just be someone else.
they
And I
could do
think
it like that, but they were also saying that I mean in the comics, like he's opposite. Like besides the clone part, like he's still
yeah,
like he can't die. Like that's the
no,
thing is that they could still literally put him together like piece by piece.
yeah, he like
Even though he
completely
ripped his
regens
heart
health.
out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and then that was the other thing is that he's gonna come back and they're gonna give him like a huge arc because they already built him up a little bit. Like they did so much this season just to kill him off, but that's the whole
Mhm.
point of Noir is that he can't die.
Mhm.
yeah.
So they're supposed to have him come back and he's just gonna be kicking ass, I guess you could say.
Because I thought they wiped him in. Was that season 2 where Maeve runs in and saves Starlight's ass? And
Yeah,
shows the
and he had a
fucking,
peanut allergy.
yeah,
They
shows
give him
Yeah.
almond
the
joy.
candy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought they wiped him right there.
But I mean, it's sweet that we got to see his face and all that because we went
Mhm.
2 whole seasons without seeing anything. Like, you
Right.
Dude,
don't
and
know what he looks like until they
seeing what
ripped his
Soldier
mask
Boy
off.
did to him for his face
Yeah.
to be like that,
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
Yep.
because again, that's what's fucking like cool about this season is so like they go to that Vietnam base where it's like Grace's flashback, right? And the payback team's there, and all the explosions start going off, and you think it's because Noir didn't put his helmet on in time, and that's what fucked him up, and that's
Yeah.
why he's deformed like that. But no, you find out later in episode 7 is because Soldier Boy beat the absolute shit out of
Yeah.
him, like absolutely came after him. And I thought that was cool as fuck just to include that.
No, it was really cool. I like the way they did it, like animated too. Like that was cool.
Mhm. Yeah,
Dude, the crazy. Yeah, I mean that part was good. I mean I liked it.
I think it just showed that like he
But
was
I
like
think they're
way
just
too young.
they're building
who
something
he
so
is.
much bigger.
Hmm.
Mhm.
They're literally like the next season's gonna be insane. I think they're probably gonna go what 5 seasons most likely. But
Probably.
I would
I
assume
just read
5.
today that they have a show coming out called Varsity, which
Yep.
is like coming out
Mhm.
either this winter or like next summer. And it's like I don't know, I didn't read too much about it, but they said it ties right into season 4, which is sweet. So
Yeah, so is it like the
we get more
varsity
boy
years of
stuff.
Homelander, do you think? Or
I think so, but it could be. I doubt it's gonna be
They
Soldier
said it was
Boy.
going to be like the problems that happened in season 3 are going to be apparent in Varsity, and then whatever happens. I don't think they said whatever happens in Varsity.
But the other thing
will
is
show
that
up
in the
4, or
comics,
if it'll be like
in the
kind of like
comics,
there.
Mhm.
Homelander goes off the rails and he like brings all these superheroes up and they just completely wipe out the White House and like all the government officials. So it could just introduce more suits that Homelander obviously takes over or like
Which
controls,
would be cool.
and
but is
then
it like a
now-
prequel?
Gil-
Is it like a prequel or no?
I have no idea. I don't know. I
Huh.
literally just heard about it today.
Because you
so-
hear varsity, you think varsity years like prequel. I don't know that I saw though that it does tie into season 4. I saw some people were upset on Twitter saying, "Great, another show I have to watch," but like, I mean, it's not homework.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
again, if you
it's a
don't
great
care,
show.
you could just look up a YouTube video once it's
Yeah.
wrapped and just get a fucking like a whole synopsis of it, and you're like, all right, cool, ready to go watch season
Yeah,
4.
exactly. And I wonder too if it's going to be animated or not. I assume
Mhm.
it's probably
See,
not.
so it says the college campus spinoff will inevitably see the return of some familiar faces from the boys universe.
Nice.
So I'm guessing it's live action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be animated.
Hmm.
Heart Hunger Games.
All right.
With the launch of the boys, this spinoff will take place at a vault-run Godolkin University School of Crime Fighting, the only exclusively super admitted school in America, and will feature some events from season 3 of The Boys in the background.
Oh,
So it's
maybe
gonna
they're
be,
running.
yeah. That means no translucent or lamplighter
Yeah.
cameos.
So they're running.
However, other
same time.
alums like A Train and The Deep could possibly make an appearance.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
sweet, but that's literally what
Okay.
I'm saying is literally just introduce so many more suits because you got to think that. Remember when they went to the what was that place called? It wasn't the Grove. When they went to that psych ward, but it was like a soup psych ward.
Yeah.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And they introduced like a bunch of different people, and then they introduced or they showed them again back at the Hero Gasm. But then you got to think that all those soups that were in there are powerless now.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because remember his like Soldier Boy's blast obviously takes away powers,
Right.
which then brings in. Do you guys think that Maeve should have died? I think she's still gonna bring a big
No.
part.
No, well, see, I kind of wouldn't be upset if we just kind of never saw her again until the end of the show and she was an old
Mhm.
lady, because that was so cool.
Yeah.
Ashley finally coming to her fucking senses, dude, and Ashley deleting that video, looked
Yeah.
the girl dead in the eyes,
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, no, like,
Yeah.
we're not talking about it. This never happened.
Yeah.
Because
Like, I
Homelander
thought
would kill
that
her
was sweet.
immediately.
Yeah, and she knows she's powerless now.
But that
Yeah.
the other thing is that they kept her alive because they said that the one thing. Remember how season 2 ended with or not Soldier Boy, Homelander like about to go crazy,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then he almost went crazy this season, but not fully. Like I mean, I guess
He
they
did kill a guy
that-
at the end.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's like his turning point. But now he's gonna go absolutely off the walls. Like now,
Yeah.
and she still has that flight video.
Mhm.
If that flight video goes public and everyone turns on him, then that's game over.
Mhm.
And that's when he said that he's literally gonna take out all the high powers. He's gonna take out the Pentagon,
Yeah.
the White House, all that stuff, which is insane, dude. Because I really think that we're gonna see all that.
Mhm.
Because there's no way that they hype that up. And that video's been going on for what, 2 whole seasons now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
seasons?
because we watched it
When they-
happen in
Season
season
one.
one.
Season 1, so that's
And then
3 seasons.
I think it
now.
didn't come out as a video until season 2, or did they
Mhm.
show it at the end of season 1? That
No, it was just they were
recorded?
using it as leverage against them.
Mhm.
And then they
Yeah,
keep
Yeah,
but
using
did
it as
they-
leverage.
did they bust that out in season 1, or was that in season 2?
I'm not sure. I want to
Can't
say
remember.
I
I feel like it
remember-
was season 2.
I think it's yeah.
I think
I
one of
don't
the
remember.
craziest things from even the first season of The Boys is when Homelander's like they're showing that guy on his private jet, and then like out of nowhere Homelander just slices it in half.
Yup.
Yeah.
Like, dude, this show is so good.
Yeah.
Literally just insane. They're just taking out high powers in the U.S. government just by doing that.
Yeah,
He's
it's like a
literally
girl and her
just like,
dad.
"Dude."
She's like, "Look, it's
Yeah, yeah.
Homelander." And then
It's Homelander, and then he
at
just
the end of the first
kills
episode.
him.
Dude,
Yeah.
one
Insane,
of one of the best things that has come from the show is like how, again, because it's Seth Rogen and his boy. I always forget his boy's name. Sorry, Seth, if you're listening to this.
dude.
But
Goldberg or one of its.
yeah, but the way that they like have made this a show to where it's not superheroes in real time, it's superheroes in corporate fucking America, and the way that they have all these callbacks to like real life events that have happened, and how Homelander's fan base is like people that are in power but shouldn't be in power, and how all his fans just look up to him like he's a god. And
Mhm.
that whole thing with where he blasts that dude at the end of the fucking episode is insane. And it took the fucking what's his name? Mother's Milk's daughter's mom's boyfriend, that fucking
Yeah.
piece of shit, whatever his name
Starts
is.
cheering out Homelander.
I hate it. The first
Yeah.
dumb motherfucker just go, yeah.
Everyone's dead silent. They're like
whole
freaking
crowd
out.
was just like mob mentality. Like, I guess that was pretty cool. Better him than me.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's so funny, man, because literally that show just depicts everything. Like they
Yeah,
just
dude.
meme far left and far right.
Best
It's
fucking thing
so
though to
funny.
come
The
from
guy
it.
just calls like, like I don't know what they say. They say something like, "Shut up, libtard" or something, and just kill him.
Dude, no, best scene was A-Train when he had
Jeez,
that
man.
talk with his brother, and you thought A-Train was gonna do something like politically right and stand up, but no, it's the fucking Kylie Jenner Pepsi commercial
Yeah.
where they open the can of whatever A-Train's drink is.
And they
That
started by
shit-
singing
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
too. When they were
Yeah,
saying
dude.
Imagine, it's just so funny.
Literally, dude, they
What's he
have free
say?
range to literally write anything, and that's why they do such a good job.
Dude, no,
Yeah.
and then
Like,
I think
even
my favorite thing is how much they utilize like social media, like it is
Oh,
real
yeah.
time, and like how they'll do that, and like even now in real life they have the bot Twitter that will
Yeah.
in real
Yeah, like
time
Starlight-
tweet stuff.
Starlight
Oh, yeah.
catches,
I'll be
Yeah, I
sitting
do
at
see
work just
that.
like, wait, what the hell?
I know you think it's real. Like anyone that if someone had no idea, they'd be like, "Oh, what the hell?" Like people probably believe that. But I
Oh.
think the best cameo this season was obviously Seth Rogen as Sir Comes a Lot.
Oh my god, that shit was awesome. And it's funny because like Seth Rogen exists in that world.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's a Nexus being, man. That shit's hilarious.
Dude, it was so funny when I saw him.
Oh yeah, because I mean it was just out of the blue.
Yeah. It's
He's in
perfect
all the
casting.
good shows, man. I mean,
I mean-
anything that's been funny recently, even Invincible has funny parts, and obviously The Boys is one of the funniest shows. Like I think Peacemaker and The Boys are right up there, neck and
Mhm.
neck.
Yeah. For funny superhero shows.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
No,
I
I
don't know.
mean,
I'm so excited for the rest. It sucks that we're gonna have to wait like 2 years. I know that this one was delayed because of COVID.
yeah, the boys' schedule is usually pretty good. Like they're usually pretty good about releasing
Yeah, they
every
don't ever
year and a
delay,
half.
really.
It's not like Stranger Things where it's like every 3 years or something like that. It's but with that varsity show coming out, I know they're gonna start filming season 4 of The Boys next month. So
I mean, that's good. So I mean, at least they're writing it, or they already have it
yeah,
written.
they already have it
'Cause
written.
that's the
and
hardest
there's-
part of any of it.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
I think it's just crazy. Like I've been watching a lot of interviews with what's his name, Jensen Ackles.
Yeah.
Is that his
Soulja
last
Boy?
name?
yeah, Eccles. Yep.
Yeah. Like he literally, because the showrunner for Supernatural is obviously a showrunner for The Boys, and he was like calling. He's like, "Hey, like I'm done with this. Like, I would love to be a part of The Boys. Like even just as a like cameo or something." He's like, I actually might have something for you. And he literally wrote an entire script of them making Soldier Boy like obviously the big villain of this season.
Mhm.
This entire season, the entire show is based around Soldier Boy now, even the next season, because he's gonna come in and
Yeah, he's still
obviously,
alive.
yeah, they're saying that they could, like, yeah, I mean, he's
So
not
what
dead.
do you think? Do you think they're gonna do more brainwashing, try to weaponize him against Homelander?
Possibly,
like-
but I
Or
feel
do you
like
think he's
what's
gonna
his
break
name?
out and just be a fucking like a whole other villain arc? Now you have two bad soups running all over.
I mean, he could, but I think that obviously they're gonna fight again. But I think in honesty, like I think Ryan's gonna be the one to kill Soldier or not Soldier Boy, Homelander.
Homelander.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then they
Well-
could twist it around because you can't predict anything in this show, and literally it's like Game of Thrones, and
And that's the thing.
Ryan could kill Soldier Boy.
Yeah, because you see Ryan smile at the end, like, oh, I could get away
Yeah.
with doing anything too.
Yeah.
You know what I
Like-
mean? So
And that was such a good scene to end on because I was like, "Don't you fucking grin! Don't you grin!" I thought he was gonna be sad, like he
Yeah.
fucked up and should have been with Butcher, but no, he fucking had that shit-eating grin. And I was like, "Oh."
But
you
the
little
other thing
shit.
too is that just because Butcher saved him because obviously Becca told him to protect him,
Mhm.
but obviously like it's like
You think Soldier Boy should have
Anakin.
wiped
No,
them
he's
both?
like Anakin. He's going to the dark side, and he can't do anything about it.
You think Soldier
and-
Boy should have wiped them both though in that scene?
Yeah,
'Cause
oh
I
yeah.
kind of think
He
Soulja
should have,
Boy
and that's the thing is
should've.
that now, and then how come Butcher's with him all season to go against
just to
Homelander,
switch up,
but then
at the
just to switch
perfect
up
moment.
and go, yeah, and then they're all
'Cause-
teaming up against Homelander, or not
'cause
Homelander.
Ryan was
Soulja
in
Boy.
danger.
They easily could have just got
Yeah.
Ryan out of there.
They didn't want him to lose his powers because at
Mhm.
that point, then they said that what's his name was going to kill him.
Yeah, but Ryan's a super powered kid. Like he's not like you can't just drag him out of there. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, but he can fly.
yeah. Well, that's my point. Like they can't like grab him, I guess, and walk him out when they're trying to kill
Oh no, but they were just
Homelander.
more worried about them losing their powers.
Yeah.
That's like the main thing. But I
Well, yeah, and
like
the
I mean
building
they
probably
had,
would have blown up. Did you see how much? See how big that
I
explosion
thought I'm
was?
surprised it didn't do more damage than it did.
Yeah, I thought the whole
I thought
tower
it was gonna I thought it was gonna go down, which would have been sweet.
I don't know how Maeve and him even lived because they're so high up and
Yeah,
like
that's what they were saying.
so because she would have lost her
Maeve's a
powers.
fucking
But then you got to think
badass,
that
dude.
also, so he could be weaponized. I think that what's his name?
Edgar.
Yeah, Edgar's gonna come back and they're gonna weaponize Soldier Boy in order to
Mhm.
go and take away superpowers from like Victoria Newman and all those people.
Yeah, I was gonna
Because
say
she's
who's
the head
gonna
popper and she's literally gonna be the vice president.
Who's gonna
Yeah,
pose
because
a
they
bigger
set her
threat?
up. They set
Yeah.
her up to be a problem they need to deal with next season.
Mhm.
Like at the
but
end
she
of
was
the
also a problem after season 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
she was.
She didn't pop anyone's heads this season.
Mhm.
No,
Well,
it
She
says
the
that
was
one
on
guy
Starlight,
that was-
accident.
That one guy that
Oh
was
yeah, the
following
guy
her.
in the dump or in the alley.
Yeah, and then I liked what they did with Kamiko and Frenchie too.
Yep.
Yeah, when they kissed, I was like, "That's weird." I was like,
Dude,
"This isn't a
Their
great
musical
relationship
number
like
though,
that."
I like
Oh,
that.
that was good.
I was like,
that
they
was
killed
great.
that. And then like
I was a fan.
and then too, they like the color coding of the show, like the colors were brighter when they were doing that scene and
Mhm.
stuff like that. It was really nice. I'm like,
I
they
think that
killed
was also just a subplot to show that you can lose your powers and you can get them back still.
yeah.
So like if
Yeah.
anyone else is in the radius or that's like, oh, how is Maeve? What's it called again? But obviously Maeve's not going to take it.
Yeah, but she could.
Yeah, but she could, and she could be back to normal how she
And maybe
was.
she will if they have a chance, a window to kill Homelander and she wants to
I
take the
mean,
shot.
Or
I don't know.
Or
Or she
fucking
realizes,
Homelander shows
damn, I'm
up
not
and
trying to
kills her
die.
little girlfriend.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
Homelander shows
that'd
up,
be
kills her
insane.
girlfriend, and then Maeve just
She's the
goes
one that
on a
had all the
fucking
access
tear.
to the temp V, so she was a
Mhm.
supplier to the boys, obviously. But
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I
gonna
don't
talk
know.
about that. Did we expect her to bang Butcher this season? Because that came out
Nah.
of left field. I did not expect that at all.
Nah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I liked her working with them though.
Oh, that
Oh
was
yeah,
so
it was
sweet.
sweet.
Yeah. I know I said it last week about Vecna, but Homelander's another one where it's
Dude,
like
he's
he's an
Oh, a
insane
villain that will be brought up forever and
Yeah.
ever.
I mean, don't you think? I
But
mean,
that's the
isn't
thing
it
is
fair
that
to
they
say?
go so opposite. Like, like sometimes you're rooting for him, and then sometimes most of the time you're not. You're rooting against them.
Yeah, like it's so
But
tough.
they're
Like
like
I
trying to
don't
give him
want
like a redemption kind of.
I didn't want him to get killed. Like they were trying to kill him there at the end. I didn't want him to die because
No,
he's so
but we all know that
badass.
he's not gonna die. That's the
No,
worst
we know he
part.
won't, but like I can't it's hard for me to root for him to die. And I know he's an awful fucking person.
Yeah, but I'm
Just
glad that they
saying
kept
Josh
both
would be
Soldier
at
Boy
Homelander
and
Fest if
Homelander
there was
alive.
such thing.
Yeah, Homelander rally.
Yeah.
Josh is the stepdad cheering him on.
Yeah, I make the flags and everything.
Yeah,
I sell the merch.
yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
It's so good, man.
I
Like,
just
I'm
I couldn't
excited.
get
I
over
hope
this season.
that Varsity's really good. I mean, the Diabolical. If you ever watched it, Pop, is great.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
No,
really
I
it's
watched
real
one
quick.
episode. Haven't seen it all
Yeah,
yet.
they're quick.
So
I mean, they
did you
really don't
like-
tie in, but
Did you like the ending
of what?
this season?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't know.
I mean, well, I wanted them to just do more, obviously. Like I
Yeah, it, like,
I wanted
wasn't
Homelander
enough.
to just go and kill everyone, I mean, like he was killing Soups, really. He killed that one guy that was in that
Supersonic?
show. Yeah, Supersonic.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was it. We didn't even see his powers. What does he do? We don't
Yeah,
know.
that was so
Yeah,
shitty.
like,
They
alright.
wrote him in and just didn't show it at
And
all.
then I mean, other than that, like, I don't know.
And then
I mean, them all
Starlight's
fighting was
power up
sweet.
where she
Yeah, that was cool. That was a good part.
yeah.
But I'm just glad that they kept both of them alive because obviously what's his name killed it, Soldier Boy. So
Mhm.
he's gonna be in the seasons to come. He's
Yeah, I'm glad
obviously
they
the
didn't
new
kill him.
big name. Yeah, no, not at all. Hopefully A-Train goes up against Homelander, but I mean, what could he really do? They got to give A-Train a good like soup scene.
I
Like
just,
one
I don't
big where
know.
he's just using all his powers instead of killing Blue Hawk. Dragging him. That was probably one of the best episodes ever because when we got Hero Gasm, which wasn't even about like everyone thought it was gonna be something else. But
Yeah,
the
which
whole
is
main
awesome. That
thing
was a great way to
is
throw off the
Yeah, you
fact
guys like that episode?
exactly.
Homelander was gonna go up against fucking Butcher and Soldier Boy.
Soldier
Are you
Boy.
fucking kidding me? I guess you could throw Huey in there. He was there.
Oh yeah, it's so
But
good.
no, I think that was like the perfect way to like throw off the trail that was going to be like what the whole episode was.
no one, and that's why everyone was so hyped up for Hero Gasm, but it was no one
Yeah, it
even
was
talked
fucking
about it
freaks.
after because it was opposite. But even I don't know, that A-Trade scene to end it was sick.
It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Even when he sets the bomb off and what's his name steps on termite.
Yeah.
He smushes him. It just
Yeah, and you
dude,
got the guy with the
everyone's
giant dick
disposable.
running out and it's burnt.
Love sausage.
Yeah. So did you guys like that episode? I felt like
That's probably the best episode of the entire show.
okay, so like if you watch that, let's say if it was the first or second episode of season 1, it would like I feel like it would have blown our minds, but everything we've seen every season, I feel like we were almost like kind of numb to it
Mhm.
in a way.
To an
Like
extent, we're
it was
numb, 'cause
crazy,
literally
but like
episode 1 of this season was the dude crawling in the other dude's dick.
yeah, which
Like,
that was
I don't know how
there's
they.
really nothing else that they
No one
could
can predict
do
that.
would just be like, what the actual fuck? Like,
Yeah.
we're watching
yeah, and it's
the
like
deep
it's like the
fish the whole
Ant-Man
season.
meme where yeah, it's like the Ant-Man meme where it's like, and he was worried about it going in his butt, like the
Yeah,
Ant-Man and Thanos
Frenchie
thing.
was. That shit was hilarious. It's just such a great start to literally this season.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I felt like I was a little numb to it at that point, but it was awesome.
Nah, I was still shocked at that first episode. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there's something like that on even like the first season was, I mean, dude, what a start when what's his name said, this is how you get into the 7. When
Yeah,
the
deep. Yeah.
Oh my
he
god.
just rapes her.
Yeah, that was
But,
fucked, dude.
Yeah,
That was
it's like
so
Jesus,
fucked
man.
up.
It's like what
And
is
then
this show?
and then they have like essentially the mini hero guys where they're behind they're in the building,
yeah.
and the guy that's like preaching away.
Translucence in there.
Yeah, they're trying to preach away the gay,
A-Train.
but he's sitting there jacking off like a bunch of dudes while he's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
mad that we don't get to see Huey's dad anymore.
Yeah,
What's
why
that
is
actor?
that? Sean
I don't
Penn?
know.
Or what's his name?
No,
It's
it's
not
not
Sean
Sean Penn. It's the dude from Hot Fuzz.
Yeah. And Shaun of the Dead too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he's a good actor.
He's in Mission Impossible. Damn,
Yep.
I'm pissed. Can't remember it.
I can look it up.
I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I don't know. I was wondering why he wasn't in the season. I was like, did he die in season 2? But no, he didn't.
No.
Didn't they just move
So-
him away?
Is that what happened?
Wasn't that the thing?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg, yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. Was that what they said, Aiden? Did he move away or something? Because I don't remember even them saying anything.
I
about
have
it.
no idea. I think that he's still. I don't think anything happened to him. I think what's it called? Someone went in their house and like tried to hurt them, right?
Yeah, well, I remember A-Train tried to
Yeah,
come
A-Train
in.
Or
showed up at
A-Train
the
was
house,
it?
I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Hugh's dad was okay, from what I
Mhm.
recall. So I don't know. I mean, I knew this show would be crazy right when Huey's girlfriend died in the first episode, right off the bat.
Oh
Beginning
my
of the
god,
road.
he's just
I mean,
holding
that-
her hands, dude. Oh my god. I showed it to
it's so
Jack and
good,
Zach
dude.
when I lived with them, and they were just like, "What the fuck is this show?" And I go, "It's the
Yeah,
best
like
show
it instantly
ever."
got me.
It's literally just dark comedy. I was literally at work and we were watching the boys clips, and one of the guys was doing the Make a Wish one.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
god,
fucked.
the Make a Wish one is
It's
like,
like,
it
dude,
just
there's, like,
solidified
big
me as a
jokes in
fan.
each-
Just so like something so little. It's like maybe next time you'll meet Homelander, and the doctor just goes, "No."
And literally, it's the funniest part is because they do like the live thing, and you see like 12 million people watching. And then once
Yeah.
he does that, and it
Bunch of
turns to
sad
Ashley.
reaction.
You're like, I told you we got to put him on a script, and everyone just starts dropping. There's only like 100,000 watching, and then all the news articles come out saying all that stuff.
Dude, I don't know. It's crazy. That show's crazy. It's like, too. I'm on edge a little bit when I watch it because like when Homelander brought in Noir's helmet in that last episode and just sat down in Ashley's office and the Deep is there and everything like that. You're like, wow, he could just kill any of them any second.
And they all
like,
fucking do it. The Ashley take off the wig scene. Holy fuck.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
man.
dude, you gotta think he's got X-ray vision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I forget about
Yeah,
that because they don't
here's,
really show it anymore.
Here's something that came up, or that I just thought about. Victoria gave the fucking bot to her daughter, or what's it called, Compound V.
Mhm.
So what the fuck do we think her powers are? Because we don't see anything past her being like, "I'm trying to save you, I'm trying to help you," and then the next time she really pops up, other than getting choked out by Homelander, is the run for VP.
Yeah.
Well, so
So,
what
yeah,
I
I
took
mean,
it as
I
is
think that
I
it's
think
just
she'll get the same
immortality,
powers.
you know.
You
I
think she'll
think
get the
she'll-
same? You think it's
I
No,
think
genetic?
she
because
could.
no one has the same powers.
Well-
Everyone is unique. There's not one person that has the same powers.
Well,
Like,
what about Ryan and Homelander?
Well, yeah, but that's his actual like.
That's
kid.
her
that's
actual
like,
kid.
well, yeah, no, but he came out with powers. She's getting Compound V.
Yeah, but she has the same genetics as her mom, so they could
I
have the
don't know,
same
maybe.
powers. That's how they made Soldier Boy off.
All
But
right,
then again, what if
someone
she's
make
not?
a Punnett
But
square?
Ryan, I guess no, Ryan wasn't made in a tube. Homelander was.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
like
know,
they took
possibly.
Homelander's genetics and put it into Homelander and added more things to it.
And you're the
Right,
bio
so-
guy. Make us a Punnett square for this.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean-
it could be. It could be either or. I would like
I
it to
mean-
be something opposite because I
Me too.
mean, what can she really do with that? You know,
Yeah,
like we saw that crazy finale in season 2 with they had
Mhm.
with Victoria, which was insane. But
yeah.
um,
I think it could get to a point where like Victoria's about to die, and someone's head pops, and it's not her doing it; it's her daughter or something crazy like that. Like
That'd be
it's like a
wild.
hidden ability that yeah.
She's the one that kills Homelander. I'd be so pissed.
Yeah. I don't know. They should give her something unique because that's what makes it fun. You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like they don't show too many powers. Like, what was
Well,
that
dude,
one
that's why
guy that they
Diabolical
gave?
show. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
What was the one guy where they killed? Was it season 1 or season 2? They were at like on top celebrating, and he's like one of the fastest flyers or something like that. They give him like coke.
Yeah.
Is that this show or was that in Diabolical?
I think it's Diabolical.
No,
remember
I
it from
think it was.
Diabolical.
I think it's in The Boys, like season
Was it?
1 or season 2.
She's flying
What-
in the fucking like jet.
No, he flies like into like a group of people, and like I don't know, man.
No,
Maybe
dude,
it's not
no,
the
no.
show.
No, that's Diabolical. Cause
Is it Diabolical?
yeah, cause Homelander and Maeve and stuff are up on the stage, and
Yeah.
the guy's like flying through the rings and
I
stuff
feel like
that.
it was live action.
No,
Oh, maybe not.
You
because
gotta
I just
chill out,
watched that
Tiger
one.
Backwoods.
Yeah, then it is Diabolical.
I
And
just
that
watched
was
that one a
good.
few
That was
weeks ago.
great.
Yeah,
I was gonna say that
Brian,
wasn't
you'd like
ringing
that
any
show.
bells. I know. I'm surprised I haven't watched it yet. I mean, honestly, I
I
haven't
mean,
really
dude, you can literally watch
utilized
it all
Prime
tonight. Like it
until
only takes like
recently.
not even an hour to watch them all. They're super quick.
yeah, they are pretty quick.
But it's
Justin
good.
Roiland's in like the first episode they do from Rick and Morty, so
Hell
We'll
yeah,
hear
Rick
his
and
voice
Morty
right
in
away.
the show.
yeah, same universe.
Well, yeah. I mean, other than that,
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
what
I
do you
guess
guys?
we could give our rates.
Yeah, so real quick, what do you guys agree every season gets better? So would you guys
Oh,
say
yeah,
3, 2, 1?
100%.
I go 3-2-1 for sure.
Yep.
Okay, I just want to get that out of the way. Okay, so let's just rate the season as a whole out of 100. All right.
I can
so-
go first. I would say honestly like a 96. I
Okay.
think that's solid. I would have liked to seen more like off the rail shit. Like, you know,
Mhm.
Homelander killing innocent people, not just one guy at his rally, but I think it's just kind of it was like a definitely a filler setup season, but I
Yeah.
think that it's only like it was still good. Like it's a filler in a you know, backstory season, and it was even one of the best seasons out of all of them.
Mhm.
I love introducing new characters. Jensen Ackles is great. Like no one could have played Soldier Boy better than him.
Yeah,
And even
that
just
was
the dialogue and
perfect
how they wrote him was so
Mhm.
funny. Like just out of nowhere, like he's just literally taking pills, he's smoking weed, he's chugging beers, and then he's just like, "How about you gargle my nutsack?" It's just so stupid like that. And he's just, dude, he's like, it's just so funny, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine if they just went free reign on him.
for real.
Like he was telling them like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I have kids at home. But even that scene where he's banging the two the cleaning ladies.
Yeah.
I like how Huey's calling him out for you're not a hero. You never
Yeah,
did
he
any of
slaps
that.
the shit out of him.
That
He slaps the
Normandy
shit out of him.
going to Normandy 2 weeks after.
Yeah, and I like how he was Captain America too. Like I mean, like it's like I'm saying, everything.
Yeah.
It's everything you want to see in Marvel that doesn't
Mhm.
happen. But that shield kill was sweet.
Yeah.
And I mean, they made his shield like Mjolnir, where no one can
Yeah.
really pick it up because it weighs like 8 tons or something like that, which is ridiculous.
No, if I had to give it a score, I think I'll go with the 92. And I think this is my favorite season. I think it gets better every season. I wish the ending was a little bit more than what it was. But it's setting up for the next season. I just really I really enjoyed the way they did backstory, I guess, like the way that they tied in Soldier Boy and the Payback team. And usually I don't like when a show halfway through, like in season 3, 4, 5 or whatever, starts doing backstories because it's like it doesn't really tie in that well. The way they did it is really, really good. And I was actually really entertained during the backstory and the flashbacks and stuff like that. I was engaged and really interested in the story, and I liked how it was like a revenge thing for him. And it's like which villain's worse? The friend of my enemy
Yeah.
is my enemy or whatever. So, um, So I really like the season. I'll give it 92.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, one thing to add on that, like flashback scenes, is there was nothing where you're like, oh, come on, like not this again. It's just good from start to finish.
Yeah, it's like
And I
it's not
wish that I didn't watch them like per week. I wish I could be that guy to just watch them,
grind
all
through 'em.
binge them all when they're out. But
Yeah.
I can't, man. I need them more. I
Yeah.
gotta watch them all immediately.
Yeah, so I guess I'd honestly I was thinking of getting a 96 as well. Because I think it wasn't the perfect 100, but it was fucking great. And like you guys are saying, like the whole idea of it, like I can't even call it a filler season because of how much shit has happened.
Yeah.
And like, and
But it's
the
so much shit
filler
didn't
that they
happen.
did, yeah, that's fair. But there's not really much. Like, what, we don't know what's up with Victoria's kid. We'll figure that out. We don't know Edgar's next move. We're definitely gonna figure that out.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
barely saw him this season at all.
Butcher figuring out his health thing, that needed to be a cliffhanger because now we really need to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But all the like the stuff that could be considered filler, I loved. I thought it was great backstory. And I know it got brought up, the whole thing with Noir and the cartoons. It just shows that like he was too young to be giving something like that. Like, he is mentally like not whatever age he's supposed to be. And for him to be sitting there seeing the cartoons and shit, like, I thought that was awesome because it just shows who he is at heart. And again, it was a great way of explaining, since he can't fucking talk, what happened.
Yeah.
And that was dope. And then the whole thing with Komiko and how she wanted to like be family with Freshie, like that was awesome. I thought they did a great job of like actually bringing the boys back together. And even at the very end where Starlight throws away the costume and Mother's Milk is just like yeah, like Butcher's not going to be too happy. And then I realized I called Freshie earlier. My bad. Frenchie was just like, fuck that. This is a democracy now. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And Butcher came in with a shit-eating grin and just knew. And it's like, all right, we got the gang back together. They're about to fuck some shit up. And
he's not in
I
charge
think,
anymore.
That's the
think
thing
it's
is
a
that
great setup for what's about to come. Because the last one had us just like, what the actual fuck is going on? This one is like, again, we don't know, but it felt more like of a powerful ending that the group is there as a whole and that they have a new target for going after the VP. Like, they have to take her out while they balance how the fuck they're going to kill Homelander, while they worry about, is Soldier Boy going to come back? Like, no, it's just the perfect setup for what's about to happen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I think the fourth season is by far gonna be the best like season of TV history. Like,
Yeah.
out of all the cliffhangers that they had, like you just said, you literally just named 4 plots.
Yep.
So they could be 4 different seasons, but they're all gonna tie it in on the next one,
Mhm.
which is gonna be great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for it.
No, I am too. Season 4 will be sweet. I hope we get it like in the fall of next year.
I pray, dude. I hope
I
I'm watching it next year.
I hope it's not 2024. And I have high hopes for this varsity show too.
Oh,
The fact
yeah.
that the same people doing, the boys. So
Yeah,
Mhm.
it should
that'd be the
be.
thing too. If they gave us varsity in January and then the boys in like fall, early winter, like I'd be down for that. I'd be
Anything
too.
boys related is good with
Mhm.
me
Yeah,
because
I'm down.
it's not
Yeah.
like it's gonna be some little shitty show. It's
Mhm.
gonna be just as good as Diabolical, and
Yep.
Diabolical was animated.
Yeah.
I could imagine if Diabolical was live action.
Mhm.
So I mean, Varsity's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Anything, I mean, just like I'm fine. Keep him rolling.
True.
But all right, now that we've talked orgies and gory death, let's talk minions. All right. Let's talk minions.
Let's do it.
Minions: The Rise of Gru. Let me take these off so I can fucking see.
Yeah.
Okay. In the 1970s, young Gru tries to join a group of supervillains called the Vicious Six. After they oust their leader, the legendary fighter Wild Knuckles, when the interview turns disastrous, Gru and his minions go on the run with the Vicious Six hot on their tails. Luckily, he finds an unlikely source of guidance, Wild Knuckles himself, and soon discovers even bad guys need a little help from their friends. It's got a 72 critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 90% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes.
Seems like fair scores given what it is.
Yeah, it's only 82 minutes or 87 minutes.
It felt longer when we were there.
It did.
It's not made for young adults though. It's made for children and probably middle-aged women, I think, are the two people. But as we've seen a lot of kids our age and a little bit younger have really eaten up and enjoyed the hell out of this movie, or at least have turned it into a meme. Hence why Josh here is in a fucking suit
It's why I
jacket.
look like an asshole. Yes.
Yeah,
We did
pretty
not wear
much.
this to the theaters though.
No, actually they I think weren't they kicking people out? They weren't even letting
They were.
people in. Yeah, so
They were.
no, we weren't. We actually just kind of went to see something new. And also I mean it's pretty popular right now, so we wanted to see what the hype was about. We kind of got hooked on the originally we weren't this was not on the list of movies to see this month, but honestly the popularity piqued our interest.
Yeah. I think too. I think the last one made $1 million or $1 billion. So I think this one will make $1 billion too. I could see it happening.
Yeah,
It broke
easily.
records, didn't it?
Yep, 150 million, I think, in the in the
Yeah.
first weekend, which is I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 150 million.
I mean, we
Uh,
knew too it'd make $1 million.
yeah, you're saving that.
Okay. Yeah. So everyone that left, I'm sorry.
This movie is going to make $1 million. Yeah. No, it was
It wasn't made for us though.
it wasn't made for us, but it kept me entertained.
Yeah.
I think there was a total of probably 4 other people that were around. Looks like they were around our age.
Yeah. A lot of kids.
Mostly kids. Yeah, I hadn't been to a kids movie since I was basically a kid. Although we did actually just see Lightyear, so what am I saying?
Yeah.
But
Pixar's different though.
I was gonna say Pixar always seems to cater to just about every audience group. Where Minions, there were older references though.
Yeah. There's the Kill Bill references. I'm trying to think what else. There was like callbacks to the original Despicable Me trilogy. There
Yep.
was a lot of 70s themes and music.
Yeah. No, music was actually. I mean, we just saw Thor. We'll talk about that in the upcoming episode. But that music was
Friday,
great. But
yeah.
honestly, the music, the like soundtrack for this movie was actually pretty good. A lot of old like classic hits and stuff like that, and typical songs that you hear in movies. But it's pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. Let me look up what the first Minions made. I think it was $1 billion.
I think you said it was $1 billion, which
It came out in
I
2015.
never
which
saw
that-
that. I saw the first Despicable Me, the second Despicable Me.
Do you know when the first Despicable Me came out? 2010.
Really?
Is that crazy?
Holy shit, 12 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. I would have been 10, 11 years old when that came out.
I know. I thought it was more recent than that. Yeah. So worldwide,
sounds about
Minions made $1.159 billion.
Holy cow.
It made
Okay.
336 million domestically.
Well, yeah, they saw they had a cash cow. So they're like, Universal was like, I mean, they have a whole ride. I think it's a whole area.
You know what, though, it's
Now,
kind of a race with Thor too. I'd say to who I think Thor could hit $1 billion, although Doctor Strange didn't. So we'll see.
it might. I feel like, although there's kind of a fair amount of movies out right now. There's that Elvis movie, that Black Phone that's out.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But like kids and families and stuff, I feel like
Yeah, this is the only.
it's one of
real-
those two. Like, let's go see Thor, and both are pretty short. Thor's under 2 hours also.
Yeah, but I mean, this is really appealing to like that. What do you think? Like 12 and under crowd,
Sure.
maybe even less.
Yeah. But the amount of kids we saw too opening night for Thor
That's true.
was a good amount.
That's true. Yeah, that was actually surprisingly a younger crowd, and also all your typical Marvel nerds.
Yeah, and then too with it being summer and 4th of July just passed,
Yep.
people are going to see movies, and clearly, I think this one made 150 million, and
Yep,
right?
that's
Is that
what I
what you
said.
said?
Yeah, 100.
Yeah,
I
so-
think it said the article that I read said 153 million dollars on opening weekend, which is absolutely insane. A lot of it probably has to do with obviously you have your like general children crowd with parents that are going, but also this whole movie becoming the meme, and that group of guys that it really blasted off. That I have no clue how many there were. 100 of them all dressed in suits. Basically, it does kind of suck. I hope they weren't like ruining it if there were kids there. It was funny though.
Well, even Mr. Beast made a whole like big ass TikTok. Like he rented out a whole movie theater and had hundreds of people go in and in suits.
Oh,
and
really?
They watched it. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't even know that. Oh,
So he even hopped on the trend.
everyone's really, yeah. I mean, honestly,
I had it explained to me like 4 different times. I still didn't understand it, so I had to go look on TikTok for it. But yeah, and then a bunch of people are doing. It's not just guys, too. It's girls are doing it too.
that's so
Just all these
strange.
teenagers.
It's just, there's no rationale behind it, right? Like everyone just going just because it's like the thing,
It's the first Minion movie in this decade.
and that's what they're going off of.
I don't know.
Huh.
That's
Okay.
what I've heard.
Gotcha. So
But-
first Minion movie in a decade, and everyone's like, "Let's go rage inside the movie theater."
Yeah, there's mosh pits.
So it is funny, but I'm like, that does kind of suck. I mean, I don't have any kids, I don't have any plans to anytime soon, but if you like brought let's say your 7-year-old daughter and son, and there's a mosh pit in the front of the screen,
Yeah.
and people are throwing stuff in the air, so it's not a great look for like our generation.
No.
Maybe that's the generation under us, you could technically say, although I think they're probably closely
Although at this
related
point,
to
I mean,
ours.
like, so movie theaters around us aren't letting people in with suits, from what I've heard. So
Yeah.
I think from this point on, you're safe, to take your kids. And yeah,
Yeah, there
so
was no security or anything to stop us, but
yeah,
also
no mosh pit.
we didn't have suit jackets on, and there were 3 of us that
Yeah,
went to
no,
the theater.
we
So
wouldn't have done it anyway.
no.
But-
Probably.
I don't know. I wonder if this will be it. I mean, because this is a cash cow, so I wonder if they'll try to make another movie. Maybe if Gru in his teenage years.
Oh,
I doubt
God,
it.
I hope not.
No.
I can see.
I really didn't think this was going to be a movie.
No, that's true. I never thought the first Minions was gonna be, but I feel like the Despicable Me and the whole Minion thing in general, like those, whatever they are, I'm sure it's explained somewhere, but basically like this blob of yellow, that, and they speak gibberish,
See a lot of
appeals to,
ass,
yeah,
a lot of farting, which is usual.
a lot of minion ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and they're just like goofy. They're getting blown up, and no one obviously gets hurt or anything like that. Just massive explosions. The end of the movie was goofy as hell. Like you know that the good bad guys are gonna win, but
Mhm.
you're kind of like, oh, how's that gonna happen? And then boom, all 3 minions have the fucking Infinity Stones and are all of a sudden able to handle these massive threats, which is it's made to be goofy, and that's exactly what it was. It was goofy,
Yeah.
it was funny, it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. I
Yeah, I
wouldn't
mean,
see
for
it
what it
again.
is. Yeah, like I said, it wasn't made for us.
Yep.
Which we knew going into it. It's just a PG movie. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I
No.
think. I mean, comparing it to like Lightyear, this feels more like a kids movie.
Yeah, Lightyear was, but that's how Pixar is. It just feels deeper. I don't
Yeah.
want us to become a Pixar podcast fanboys,
No.
but no.
No, I'm just going off another kids animated movie we've seen recently. But
No, that seems fair. Yeah, Lightyear's definitely had like probably a deeper meaning behind it.
yeah,
Although
but I
they
think
kinda-
a kid. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they tried to, in the end here, I saw like kind of give you a deeper meaning for kids, like right in that like literal last 3 minutes where they're like, what was the villain's name? The one that White.
Oh, Vicious Six?
No. What was the guy's name that was?
Knuckles?
Yeah, something Knuckles. White Knuckle. That's a
Oh, I
strange
already-
name.
I just said it. It is Wild Knuckles.
Wild Knuckle. Gotcha. So Wild Knuckles, that villain.
I like
at
that
the
bank heist they did.
Yeah. Yeah, and they show Vector. That was
Mm-hmm.
kind of cool. But at the end there, they kind of say like, no matter what, find your tribe, like find your group. So I felt like there was a deeper meaning because Gru didn't really like the minions at first. They kind of he didn't want
Fired
them
him.
in. Yeah, he fired them. Well, first he didn't even want him in the house.
Yeah.
And then he lets him in. Then he fires them, and he kind of realizes like they are I guess his friends or something. I don't know. His and
His
his
minions.
workers. Yeah, it seems like an interesting relationship, friendship.
No, but I think if I'm a kid and if I'm 10 years old and I went and saw Minions and I went and saw Lightyear, I would have way more fun with Minions.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt, way more
So
entertaining.
I think it's the better kids movie.
Absolutely.
So I mean, I think it makes sense that as adults now, me and you enjoy Lightyear more than the Minions. Maybe there'd be a problem with us if it wasn't like that.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
so it makes sense for us. But also, like as a kid, I would have loved this movie more. So
Yeah. I don't have a ton else to say on the movie unless you have anything to add to it.
no, that was
I
pretty much it. I think it's a fun movie to see.
I will say I did mention this actually in the car on the way home. The scene they have a scene where there's Jaws in there, and
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I could be wrong, but I mentioned this to Josh that they got rid of. I know they got rid of it. The Jaws ride at like Universal. It may have been to replace actually something with Jurassic World, but I think it might have actually been something with Minions too. I could be wrong. But if it was, I was wondering if maybe they were like playing homage to kind of destroying that, and Gru kind of gets everyone out of the theater.
Yeah, with the
and
gas
it's just-
grenade. And
yeah, and they're just watching Jaws. So I wonder, I could be digging deep for something that doesn't even exist, but I wanted to at least throw that out there.
these
that
movies
might have,
do that though. They do these like deep.
yeah, they might have,
uh,
because I mean, Universal owns them both, so they might have just been like playing homage to something of the past, and it was kind of cool to see that.
Yeah.
So I want to throw that out there too. But
Yeah.
yeah,
What would you rate it?
Typical out of 100. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna give it like a.
Don't go too low. It's a kids film.
I'm gonna go.
Critics gave it a 72.
Okay. Well, I have to be honest.
Yeah, give it your
Yeah.
honest opinion.
I'm gonna go 61.
Wow.
I looked
Why
at
is
the
that?
time like multiple times to see when it was ending, and it was only an hour and a half, less than
Yeah.
an hour. And I can't think of the last time that I actually was watching a movie, and I was like, oh, when is this over?
Yeah.
And not that it wasn't. It wasn't
I
great.
did with
It's just,
Morbius.
it's not. Yeah, it's not Morbius. It wasn't made for us.
No, it wasn't.
So I'm gonna stick with a 61, which isn't the worst
that's
thing in
fair.
the world. I wouldn't probably rewatch it unless I don't know, had children and needed to rewatch it for that reason. Otherwise, no, I'll probably never ever see that movie again.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'd say the Despicable Me movies, like you could go back to those and enjoy them, even though I really like the first one a lot. I haven't seen it in years.
Yeah, first one was good.
But I remember the first one being really good. The other two are pretty good too. But I like the first Minions movie. I'd never rewatch it. I'd
could
hardly
also-
remember it.
It could also, I never saw the first Minions movie. It could also be the, like you said, Despicable Me came out when we were like 10, 11 years old. So obviously it's going to have a more of
And
a
you gotta think too,
connection.
like the generation that's making it a meme were like really young when the first Minions or when the
Yeah.
first Despicable Me movie came out in 2010.
Because most of those kids look like they're probably in high school. So you're talking
Yeah, 16, 17.
6 years younger than us, give or take.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were,
Honestly, this might shock you.
let's hear it.
This might be my first 100.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you why. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I will give it a 69 out of 100.
It's
Perfect number for the perfect Perfect
kinda
movie.
Creepy. It's kind of creepy.
What's that?
Kids movie,
Just a
69.
rating.
Yeah.
Huh? It's
Nothing.
literally just a rating.
Yeah, no, I know it's just a number.
I could have said 68 or 70, but 69 felt right.
69 for the new Minions movie. That's what you're giving it.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I like you said though, I wouldn't rewatch it.
You're dying on that hill. 69.
Yeah.
Minions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so it made me laugh at some points. I did check the time a couple times too.
I told you.
Debated taking a nap.
I would have liked to.
But yeah, so I did enjoy it. I don't regret going to see it. So
I don't regret going to see it.
No.
Without a doubt. I think if I regret going to see something, we're pushing under like I'm gonna say like a 40.
I'd say in the
maybe even
40s range.
Yeah. 40 and below, I don't like. Morbius.
Yeah, it's like I'm pissed that I wasted my time.
Morbius like 25. What's Venom 2?
Yeah,
Like
those
a
are all.
15. I felt like not that we're just spinning off here, but
Yeah, I mean, I think Venom 2 is probably better than.
Morbius.
Yeah. I don't know.
Those are horrible. That has nothing to do with Minions.
Yeah, but I get what you mean. I think this is not the worst movie I've seen in theaters this year. I thought it was pretty good for what it is. I mean, it just wasn't made for us, but kids will love this movie. So
No, I feel like that's fair. 61, 69, we're in a fair range there. I'm comfortable with this. You wanna close
yeah.
this out?
Yeah, so if you want to see us kind of look like assholes, go on the YouTube and watch. But yeah, on Friday we're gonna drop our Thor review.
Yep, excited for that one.
Yeah, I'm really that was a pretty good movie. But I won't say anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Friday's Thor. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's it for me.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you. I'll see ya.
See ya.
This isn't me, man.
Someone
You're
put
making
that
me
in
do
my
this?
pocket.
All right, maybe one more for the road.